What's up?
Thursdays only. Hopefully we'll figure out this goddamn autofocus, too. I don't know why. I feel like this autofocus thing has gotten worse.
What's up, everyone?
I don't quite understand.
Here, waiting for Brad's to finish.
Spencer,
So we can
I
go
know
on
it's
with
like ag, but what does this stand for?
J for NorCal.
I mean, at one point I probably could have told you, but
Probably could have.
ag. What does ag stand for, or what does VSB stand? What does VSB stand for?
Or what does VSB stand? What does VSB stand for?
Shasano
What does
something
VSB
brothers
stand
or
for?
some jazz. I think I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. That's all like cool, trendy, cool guy stuff that I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
I have
VSB. Not sure what that
I'm
stands
not up
for.
on the cool guy,
Very
lingo
similar.
and cool stuff. I have no idea. Something brothers, I think, though. I don't really know. Enrique again.
So this first part of this video is going to be kind
Thank
of
you,
boring
sir.
if you're watching this not live.
The top of my macro line fitting
Nothing's going on
blue
except for I thought Brad was about to finish. So I was like, oh crap, better
this
hurry up.
weekend.
But
Do you think I
since
can
nobody's
find
watching
one
right now
in a
anyway,
hardware
I can
store?
say whatever I
No,
want.
Definitely not.
So you guys
I
are
might just
cool.
buy a new fitting. I'm only like $5. Yeah, no. Highly unlikely. You
Good-
need, I think,
good
like
stuff.
press fit tube fittings. I forget what they actually call those. They're only like $5 though to buy a whole new fitting. Yeah, not a hardware store. Paintball store? Yes, but probably not just the collar.
Enrique just gave a $5 super chat,
I don't know.
and then another guy gave a
Sam.
couple dollars. So he's going to be on for a second.
Thanks for the memories.
So we'll just kind of chill. Just be like, what up? Okay.
No, yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Thanks for the memories.
Hopefully, if anybody's watching who went to the Bliss Men's Game of Games, you got video, and you can
Okay,
get it
Brad's
to me
going home.
so I can.
Dinner time. So definitely
video
I'll be
of
here
it.
Thursday, but from here out, I think only Thursdays. We'll kind of feel it out, see how it goes next week. I don't know. Maybe we'll switch.
Come
to
by and
Tuesday,
see me,
Thursday
Brad.
again. But yeah, I just noticed that I feel like the live streams participation is decreasing and views are decreasing. So maybe once a week we'll make it a little more fun. I don't know. Who
Okay.
knows? Okay, I'm signing off. Good evening, guys.
Brad's gone.
Thursday.
What's
come
up,
back.
Jason?
Or tomorrow, paintball question time. Paintball.
Oh, he's gone. So, anyway, what's going on, guys? So the big news in paintball. Anybody know what the big
Looking
news
for the right flight?
in
I'm putting
paintball
together your new
is right now? Big news in paintball. Who wants to guess what the big news in paintball is as of... Oh, I'm going to tell you. You might not want to hear it, but you're going to need to hear it. Because I'm going to tell you the biggest news in paintball right now. Not Ninja dropping the color Cerakote tanks. But I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you something. Angel Eyes? No. That's big news if it was true. But this, even if the Angel Eyes rumor was true, that they're coming out with the Angel Eyes and its much anticipated debut at World Cup, I'm going to tell you. Okay? So you got to pay attention. But I'm going to wait until I get at least 15 thumbs up. So, I just went from 8 people watching to 5. That's not a good sign. There's 7. Yo estudio por clase de español y miran Jake from NorCal, says Bobby. I'm assuming that's saying she's studying for Spanish instead of watching. That is fine. Okay, I got 11 thumbs up. I don't know how. I got 7 people watching, 11 thumbs up, 7, 11, 8 people. I need 4 more thumbs up, and I will tell you the biggest news to hit paintball probably in the last decade. And I'm not saying it's good. It's just big. It's just large. Cole Ohms, I will talk about paintball in St. Louis. Anthony Rios is back. Spencer Starr, what's going on? Old Soul, DJ, Steven, Doctoring, all you guys. Okay, I got one more person. I need one more thumbs up. And then I will tell you the biggest news to hit paintball, maybe in the last century. It is not about the Mounds Field. And some of you might not realize it, but you've already heard, quite possibly some of you have. the biggest news to hit paintball. Now, I told Cole that I would talk about St. Louis paintball. Wacky Warriors is a good field up there. It's one of the field, that's where we used to get our paint when we had our field back in southeast Missouri. My brother and I, we had Ballistic Ben's paintball and Poplar Bluff paintball. Ballistic Ben's Poplar Bluff paintball in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. It's not about champion paintball. It's not Alex Rodriguez playing for Aftermath. Oh, I got 15. I'll get back to St. Louis. The biggest news is Brad Johnson, Paintball Ruin My Life, is going down to one live stream a week. That's the biggest news by far. And it kind of makes me sad. Anyway, St. Louis paintball. Ben and I, my brother, I had to plug in my phone because it's almost dead. Sorry guys, y'all didn't like that. Yeah, y'all don't think that's the biggest news? I think it's big news. I wish it wasn't true, but that is the biggest news so far this year to me. But y'all, I'm a good hype man. I can get things built up. So back to St. Louis paintball. My brother and I were playing in Millstadt, which is a suburb of St. Louis in Illinois. Tipping the Hellhound is big news, but not quite. Paintball ruined my life. Man, I went from 15 thumbs up to 14. Oh man. Someone really gave me a thumbs. They did. They gave me a thumbs down. I'm sorry. Nah, it's all right. So we're playing. It's in the winter. Snow's on the ground. I might have told some of you guys this story. We're playing extreme paintball. My brother is probably 16, 17 years old. And he runs. It's a center flag game where you get the flag and you take it to the other team's side of the field. Well, he runs to grab it. And when he runs, it's a 55-gallon drum that's just been sitting there all year long, full of water and stuff. You know, it's just a drum that has just a stick tied to it with a flag taped to it or looped over it, you know. Well, it was in December, I think, and it had rained and sleeted. And my brother runs and grabs it. And he doesn't slip or anything, but he grabs the flag and takes off and just like goes up in the air. His feet, he's running, goes, pam, and just lands flat on his back, holding the flag. He gets up and he's just yanking it. He's like, oh, come on. And he's standing there for like 10 seconds. It seemed like 30 minutes, so it had to be at least 10 seconds. He's standing there just yanking and jerking. He's like, come on, come on. Finally, he rips it. It doesn't come off. It rips the flag in half. And he takes off and runs. Did not get shot somehow, or at least nothing that broke. But it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in paintball. And that happened at Extreme Paintball in Millstadt, Illinois. So, I missed my first ever Ballistic Ben's game of games this past weekend. I went to Mexico, had a good time, did not play paintball, but had a really good time in Mexico. It was a fantastic trip, really cool place. So if you ever get a chance to go to Mexico City, I'd be down for it. It's upsetting for sure, but who am I going to throw my super chat money to on Tuesday? I know that's for Brad going and going down to one day a week. Spencer says, Jake, you should always do your lives right after Paintball Ruin My Life. I do. Every Tuesday and Thursday, it has been just solid, been doing those. And then now I'll be going on actually, Spencer, what I do is I do 9 minutes with Jake from NorCal at 7:20. So from 7:20 to 7:29-ish, whenever Brad goes on, I've got my setup here with my computer. So I'll have Brad on here on mute. As soon as he goes live, I'm like, bye. I hit finish. I go to the next one. So, and then as soon as Brad finishes, the last minute or so, I'm usually live. I'm like, okay, guys, I'll be talking to you in a second, but we're listening to Brad right now. And as soon as he's gone, I'm like, let's go. So, Brandon, Valken tanks any good? Yeah, Valken tanks are fine. I prefer Ninja. To me, Ninja makes the best tanks you can get. And it's actually more the regulator. The tanks are less different than the regulators. They're pretty much kind of the same. I can't say that they're all made at the same factory, but I do know with like the aluminum 48 cubic inch 3,000 PSI tanks that most rental fields have in their fleet, they are pretty much identical, the actual tank, and the regulator is the biggest difference. I prefer Ninja regulators. because I'm kind of like a ninja myself. Am I still doing Tuesday nights? I don't know. I might do, like, just come on earlier, like at 7:30, and do like an hour or 45 minutes, hour and a half, just whatever we do. So I'm not sure. If enough people want it and I've got the time, I enjoy doing these. So, yeah, it looks like I got a hair that's... I need to put that down. There we go. See that one right there? Yeah. It's not going into my mouth, but it just kind of looks like it's going to. So Spencer just started watching these live streams, and I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, that's how I do them, and hopefully, and then I'll do just some random ones every once in a while. Like today, I think I did one because there are a bunch of fires out here in California. It's really hard to breathe. If I heard of bushwhacker paintball, it sounds familiar, but I can't say that I am familiar with it. Cole. Vladimir Bond says, "Nivum." Well, nivum to you. Oh, it's never mind, I'm sure. Spencer loves the videos. I appreciate it. Did you get to check out the one with the 6-shooter pistols? It was pretty freaking sweet. Bobby says we played a new game called Rambo. Yeah, the new Rambo game sounds really, really fun. So, what you have to do, well, I don't have a marker around me, but you have to sit there and you have to hold the marker like Rambo would. You can't aim. You have to hold it down at your waist and hold the barrel like it's the front grip, or if you do have a front grip, you can pop, 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 like you're shooting a 50 cal. And you have to make Rambo noises. So you're like, ah! Excuse me. Got a little excited that the smoke out here in California is pretty thick from some forest fires. So I'm using the last of my Ipura water that I got in Mexico to try to quench that thirst and help my throat. Any ideas of things coming out in cup? Just pretty much what Brad's talked about. I've not heard anything. Most of the times they want those things to be kind of hush hush, and then all of a sudden they're like bam. But I have heard from a random person who claims to have knowledge, but you know how that is. The DLX, who makes the Lux, that they are planning on coming out with a new marker, or maybe a new version, or maybe an entire new platform. I don't know. So, Spencer, other than weight and pressure, is carbon really that much better than aluminum? That's the two main things about carbon fiber as opposed to aluminum, is the weight and the pressure that it can hold. The aluminum tanks, they don't ever die. You can theoretically use them forever, I think. You have to get them tested every 5 years, but theoretically, or maybe that's the aluminum. See, I hate this because I know what it is, but I'm doubting myself, so I'm like, I'm just going to shut up. Google it. But theoretically, they're essentially the same thing. It's just that it holds a lot more pressure, you get a lot more shots, and then the weight. Alfalfa beard? Wouldn't that be like standing? Yeah, that'd be that. Oh man, I think I just started a new trend. I'm just going to have everything down here, except for, need to put some wax and just... And so if somebody gets in my face and says, dude, you need to back off at least that far. And just poke them. So. What's up, Chris Koga? Matt Haxer, do you figure out the paint break issue for the 6-shooters yet? Yes. I pretty much knew what that was right off the bat. Where are they? I was gone, and I told my brother he could take them to Game of Games, and I'm not sure if he moved them or what. I don't think he did. But I've been out of the country. So anyway, the cylinder, it spins. And if you don't put the paintball all the way into the actual, the shell casing, and it's sticking out like a 1/16 of an inch, when you spin it and it bumps into the back of the barrel, because the paintball, here's the trigger, so the cylinder is here and it's spinning. Well, the paintball goes in the front, so it's spinning this way, and then there's a little gap, maybe that much of a gap. But when you have the barrel screwed in, there's a gap on the entire cylinder except the portion where the paintball would go. And so if it barely touches that, it can break the paintball. And so then once you shoot it, it'll just, yeah. So that's what the braking issue was. Bobby says, and I have a Rambo scream. It was great. Oh, that would have been awesome. Cizik played president. This is probably 20 minutes ago. I'm a little bit late, 4 or 5 minutes ago. Played president with like 60 people, but the president had 5 guards, so 5 versus 55. Yeah, that game is, I'm assuming, you guys are heading torso shots, and you're trying to lead the president or the VIP or whatever from point A to point B without the president getting shot. And if they get shot, then the game's over. Oh man, you have to Google that. Basically, a go-kart tank with twin guns out front and a hopper on the roof. Oh yeah, I know what the Tippmann Hellhound is. It had scuba tanks for air tanks. It was like the G.I. Joe, I think it was the Striker. It was like a Doom buggy-ish kind of deal that had like the frame, the piped frame, a 4-wheel drive, kind of a UTV, like a side-by-side, but had 2 in the back. You could stand up there and go to town. Yeah. The Hellhound, woo, that thing was freaking sweet. I don't think they made many Hellhounds if they made more than the one. Yeah, I know some people, not personally, but heard of people making a Hellhound out of like a golf cart or something like that, but it's definitely not the same. Spencer Star, all tanks have to be hydro tested every 5 years. Not necessarily true. Excuse me. If the tank is less than 2 inches in diameter and less than 2 feet long. So if it's 23.9 inches long and 1.999 inches wide, you never have to rehydro it. I think that's correct. See, now I'm doubting myself because I don't want to tell somebody you can do this, and then they go do it, and then they're like, well, Jake said I could, and I'm like, oh man, I feel bad now. Cole Ohms, no. I'm kidding. Should you get the Exodus Chaos too? What other markers are you looking for that's in that price range? If you really like that marker, great. It's not going to be the most durable, but any marker can be a good performing marker, just about, and last a long time if you maintain it and take care of it. They're probably at the warehouse. I would imagine they are. Where can you get a 6-shooter? I got one of them for sale right now. $500 shipped. Freaking awesome. It's got white pearl handle. Looks just like a Colt. Even though in the video, for some reason I said Smith & Wesson. I was like, Smith & Wesson Peacemaker, Colt Peacemaker, 6-shooter. They're beautiful. Late study night for me. Wish me luck, everyone. Chris Coca, good luck. Cizik, have you seen the video from Nightmare PB where they played with balloons tied to their backs? Kind of like Mario Kart. And you shoot the balloon instead of the person. Also, there's limited paint. I have not seen that, but we play a very similar one, except for the balloons aren't tied to the people. That'd be a pretty cool game to do. It could be like a Mario Kart deal. You have a course that you have to go through, and then you have stationary people like shooting at you. That'd be pretty cool. But we play one called Alien Brain, where you have a bunch of balloons tied to the fort or the base at the very end, or the bunker, whatever you want, at a location on either side. And the goal is to shoot all of the balloons out. And if you shoot other people, that's just bonus. Just enough to pinch it. Cizik wants to play Ben's version of soccer. Yeah, soccer's a real fun game. I'm not sure. Matt Haxer, I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. Cizik, it looks awesome. It looks even awesomer. Yeah, Old Soul, CCM made them super special. Bill's got some. And they actually retail for about $400. But to get one, you're probably going to be waiting list for 6 to 8 months, because he's not just doing a mass production. These are pretty much he gets one, does it in his spare time, and then sells it. Does another one in his spare time, sells it. Didn't Tippmann make a Gatling type marker years ago? I can't remember if it was mass produced or actually brought out, manufactured. I think they had a prototype, but I don't think they actually made a Gatling type for production and for sale. Cizik says, President at SAP is where the president is in the fort and his guards will keep him from getting shot, while the terrorists try to get the president and shoot him. But your version sounds cool. That's another cool deal. And so I'm assuming, Cizik, that if the president gets shot, whether there's one defender or 100 defenders. Like if he's first shot of the game, boom, and it hits the president, the game's over. So yeah. Now, at the fort at SAP, I've been inside that fort, and it's totally closed off on the bottom. It's a freaking awesome fort. If I had a field, I'd like to do one that's half as good as that, and I'd be super happy. Save up and get the rise, says Spencer Starr. Bobby's also studying. It's a juggernaut-style game where you just keep getting shot and shot and shot. Cole says, how do I ask my local police about playing paintball in backwoods with your friends? Well, you're in your friends' backwoods. Well, if it's private property, if it's outside of the city limits, in most instances, you should be fine. However, you want to make sure that just call them and say, hey, this is what we're wanting to do. Talk to the person who answers the phone. Say, hey, listen, I'm wanting to get some information about playing paintball in the woods in this location. Are there any ordinances or laws against that? And if that person doesn't know, say, put me in touch with somebody who knows, because I want to make sure that I'm doing things the right way. And then what I would do is every time you go out to play there, if it's like every day, you don't want to be calling every single day, but if you're going out there, give a call to the police at your local precinct. Say, hey, listen, hey, my name's Cole, and I'm at this address. We're going to be playing paintball. It's in the county, or it's in the city, but we've got permission from whatever. And just double check. You don't want them to come across and think that you're shooting somebody. Back in about 1994, my brother had a paintball gun. It was a PMI-2 that he still plays with today. He bought for $40 in 1990, and he plays with it 27 years later. But he had a PMI-2, didn't have a hopper, and looked kind of like a shotgun. We're playing in Reservoir Park. It was me, my brother, Ballistic Ben, who owns NorCal Paintball in Vacaville, California, and my mom and my dad. We had one gun, one mask. One person put a mask on and went and hid for about 5 minutes. So it was deer and hunter is what we called it, except because the deer had goggles, took off and hid. Couple cop cars come pull up. I think it was, or maybe one cop car and two cops, or something. They came out, pistols drawn. Put the gun down. We're like, whoa. It's a paintball gun. Sorry. And they took it, they looked at it, like, they pumped it, and they played and shot with it. Well, didn't play, but shot it 5-10 times. Like, that is awesome. That's pretty cool. It's like, yeah, you can't do that in the city limits. It's an air gun and all this stuff. They said, we had a call from a couple that said there was somebody chasing people with a shotgun in the park. So if people who are not familiar with paintball, we're all familiar. We're like, this doesn't look like a shotgun. To somebody else, it could look like a gun to them. They just see something, they see a barrel, and they see someone chasing. So be very careful. Stephen Evers, how would the tip and crossover be for woods ball? It'd be good. That's a paintball jungle, a field out here in outside of Vallejo, California. They've been open since 1987, I believe. They've got several tip and crossovers that they use as rental guns. So they're durable, and they play in the woods. Exactly, Spencer. Tell them where you're playing and how far are the houses from you. If it's somewhere that there's the chance of houses being shot, you don't want to do it. I would make sure, though, talk to the cops, talk to the city government, just say, hey, listen, this is what we're wanting to do. And don't play with sim guns, yeah. If you play with something that looks like a real gun, you might get shot. Mad Haxer, just enough to pinch it was for the 6-shooter chamber spin ball break issue. You answered it. Okay, yeah. It was just barely enough, and it didn't even pinch it. It just, like, scraped it. It just made it brittle. Hey, Jason Cowell, what's up? You should subscribe to Barker. He has really funny paintball videos, says Sizek. Yeah, but not as funny as mine. I will have to check him out. We call that Iron Man in your parts. The Juggernaut game? Yes. Renegade paintball is what we call it. Sup, Irk? What's going on? Hey, I'm going to come over to you guys' house in a little bit and play some darts, I think. Spencer, so I started to play paintball about 15 years ago with a Piranha in Tippmann 98. I've been out of the game a while. I just got a Proto Rise. What's a good mid-range hopper for it? Pretty much anything. A Halo 2 is a good hopper that's like $75. But I would go with either a Prophecy Z2. It's $100 and it feeds like 35 balls a second. And the way I'm thinking is not just for the proto, but for the next gun you buy. But personally, for mid-range, the $100 range, if you're wanting something that is going to last you a long time, the die rotor is built to last. They are super durable. They do tend to jam sometimes. If you get larger paint or you play in a really humid area, you can jam, but it's super easy. You just pull the trigger. I just got the top of this one. I got this and it was dirty, so I'm cleaning it, the bottom of it. But it's got a little trigger on it. You just pull the trigger and it frees it up. You just have to do that every once in a while. But you can get a die rotor with a speed feed for 100 to 150 bucks, depending on which one, the condition. If it's like a 260, if it or it's a 260. Yeah, the R2 that holds 260 paintballs. The Prophecy Z2, very good hopper. If you're wanting to go used, you might be able to get a Spire for right around the $100, but that's what I would do. What's up, SpedSoft118? What up? Kill Switch, finally when I go live right after Brian, like every Tuesday night. Down, says Eric, playing some darts, I'm gonna beat you. Up, says Chaos. Old Soul says Prophecy Z2 for $100 or Halo 2 for 75. Exactly what I said. Oh, I'm not saying like exactly what I said. I said it first. I guarantee you he had that written before me because this was 2 or 3 minutes ago. Irk subscribes to Barker. Well, then I'm definitely not subscribing to Barker. That's anything that Irk does. You know, like even if he comes on, he's on this channel. I'm just going to delete my channel now. Trivia. Okay, here's a trivia from Brad's. This is for. This is for a double high five. A double virtual high five. Or if I see you on the field, I'll give you a double high five. You're like, hey, I won that. Yeah, the LTR is good. For brand new, the LTR is good. For $100. Let's see. Yeah. That's what she said, Steven Salter. What? So after you see go from me, and not somebody typing go from me, after it shows up that Jake Krulin, or Jake from NorCal, typed in go, and says go, the first person to correctly answer this wins the virtual dual high five. What was the phone number Brad talked about in his live stream? Go. What was the phone number Brad talked about in his live stream? 867-530, no. And Spencer, 867-530, no. IDK is not the correct answer, Kill Switch 10. Who remembers the phone number that Brad talked about? Looks like nobody does. Kill Switch, there you go, Old Soul. Old Soul got it. Close, actually. It was very close. There. Nope, not Spartan. So actually, Old Soul, you did not get it. You were very close. 867-5305. I haven't seen it yet. Warng. You are warned. Not 800 paintball. It's close. You're closer with 888. What number corresponds with P? Hey, have a good night, Colt Ohms. What number corresponds with P? I'm going to go ahead and give it to not 1888 paintball. I'm giving it to Old Soul. It was 88 paintball. Because the letter P is 8. Or the number 8 has the letter P on it. So 88 paintball. It could be 888 paintball, I don't know. But I'm going to say it was 88 paintball. So, but I'm still giving Old Soul the win. So, there you go. Double high five. Did you do it back? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. That's for you. That's for your old brass, Old Soul. That's for your old brass. It was for the catalog sales. Yes, it was for the catalog sales. Because back then, we all got our paintball information. And I've got some around here, but I just don't know where. I wasn't prepared. But oh well. No, that's not it. So yeah. See, Spencer likes his trivia thing. Yeah, I do his trivia thing every once in a while. Actually, Old Soul, what I'm going to give you, in addition to that, additional chances for the 900 sub giveaway. Old Soul times 10. 10! I give it a 10. I'm giving you 10. So, yep. So once I hit 900 subs, I will be giving away one of these 2 beanies. And then there were 2. One of these 2 beanies from Planet Eclipse. So, and you have to be there when I give them away. And it's what it is the next live stream after I hit 900 subscribers. I think I got about 875. So once I hit 900, the next live stream. So if it happens during my, say, this Tuesday, or say it happened right now. Say I hit 900 subscribers right now, my next scheduled live stream. So I wouldn't do it like, oh, I'm going to do one in 5 seconds. So my next scheduled one, which is every Tuesday and Thursday, right after Brad. So it's not the 9 minutes with Jake, but it's the one after Brad. The next one, that's when I give it away. So if I hit it today, give it away Thursday. If I hit it Thursday before I start, then I'll give it away Thursday. If I hit it Thursday after I start, give it away on Tuesday. Just like the Red Hot Chili Pepper said, give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. That's specifically because my sister-in-law loves Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's her favorite band ever. She hates them. But yeah. So, and I do trivia questions and stuff like that. In fact, I'll do a trivia question. Actually, I got... this smoke has killed me. I am going to have to get off here pretty soon. Just don't type, please, nobody ask a question after you see stop. Try not to, because I just want to copy everybody. I'm going to give everybody who was watching 3 extra chances. All you have to do is just do what I did right there. See, just hit a period after I say go. After I say go. Or after I type go. Just hit a period. I'm going to copy and paste your name onto this document. And then so go. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds. I'll just talk for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is see like Chris and Jason and Steve and Sizik, Irk, Mad, Haxer, Spencer, Jason, excuse me, Steven, Old Soul, Omar. What's up, Omar? I'm going to give you all guys extra 3 chances. Looks like that's about it. So I'm going to say stop. Oh, there's Spartan. Barely got in under the time, under the horn. Man, what am I trying to say? It's a long day. All right, so there, stop. So all you guys, yeah, you barely did. So I'm going to copy that, put that over here. Woo. And you guys all just are getting 3 extra chances for the deal. Now again, you don't have to be, you don't have to sit and watch every single thing every second. I do appreciate it if when you watch a video, give me a thumbs up. If you see something you really like, share it. If you're a part of a group, say like you're a part of a 6-shooter paintball group, share it. Share the video of the 6-shooter paintballs to that group. Don't go in there and spam for me. I'm not actually going to go and share 53 videos because for one thing, I don't want to see the notifications that you shared me 53 times. Even though I appreciate it. But if you did, I would suffer through the notifications. Exactly, 126 subs away from 1,000. That's what my main goal is to get to that 1,000. I really want to hit that in the next month or 2. Hopefully sooner than that. But I will definitely appreciate any shares or anything. Just for Super Chats, exactly right. I want to try to make a little bit of money on this. I'm not going to make thousands of bucks. I'm not going to make hundreds. But if I can make 10, 20 bucks, it's a good hour worth of my time, you know. I do it for free anyway. But if I do get money for this, I'm going to be putting some back into better camera equipment and sound. So hopefully it'll look a little bit more like Brad's as far as the quality. But I'm not wanting to copy his programming. So Spencer needs a beanie to hide earbuds at work. That would be good. Yeah, you could just sit there and put them on, and it goes all the way down here. Even with this hat on, it's pretty good. So, but these are brand new, almost never been worn beanies. That's my favorite one right there. I like that one. And then the solid green kind of just, yeah. Chick-fil-A money. I have a green one. Really? Where'd you get it, Size of Chaos? The green is pimping. Yeah, I like it a lot. I got one around here somewhere. So that's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to get you guys as many chances as possible. Every time you come on, I'm going to give you all a few hints. Like, I get a lot of people saying, how do I become a moderator? How do I become a moderator? Just every once in a while, I'll be like, hey, this guy has been very helpful. He's not talking crap about somebody's equipment. If they're like, oh, I got an Eagle Talon and this kind of stuff. Don't talk bad about it. Help them. Give them some ideas, some pointers, tips and stuff like that. Like Chris, exactly. And don't ask. Yeah, Irk. Don't ask Irk. Irk the jerk, man. I'm going to ban that son of a gun. We all need to be befriend. I love helping new people. Yeah, we all need to be friends. That's one of my favorite things about paintball is helping younger players and new players. Bam me, you won't. I will not bam you. Bam, bam. I will beat the crap out of you in darts in about 30 minutes. Exactly. Chris didn't ask. He merely campaigned. And most of the moderators, and most people don't ask a lot. And I'm not mad if somebody does. But I do pay attention to the people who help people out, and I appreciate it. I get behind on things. I can't tell you how many times that I'm able to go, oh, good, there's a question that somebody got an answer to, because that's what I don't like not being able to respond to pretty much every single comment or question, unless it's like, yeah, or hey, I agree, or something like that, or like Spencer says, I thought that was a car. I have no idea what that means. But yeah. Kill switch. Oh, Eagle Talon. Okay, yeah. Brass Eagle. Yeah, Brass Eagle, but yeah. That was the first gun you got shot by. Awesome. Kill switch. Thoughts on first strike tank and regulators. The tank, I don't really have an opinion on, good or bad. I think it's probably very good. The regulators, I've not used one. That being said, I wouldn't probably, because I'm not a big fan of Gorilla, and that I think is making the regulator for first strike. I use Ninja. They're fantastic. I've never had an issue with a Ninja tank. I mean, every once in a while you'll have to do a reg rebuild, which you have to do on every single tank, especially depending, I mean, like last year I was playing every single weekend, and most of the time Saturday and Sunday. So I went through a rebuild faster than most people would, and it still was like 6 or 8 months, and I did a rebuild, and there. So Old Soul says, Talons and Stingrays were what my friend started with. Yeah, one of the first markers I ever played with was a Stingray. Spice Girls, says Bobby. Lol, says Mad Haxer. Yeah, Spice Girls? No. Bobby's more of a... What would I describe Bobby's music? Bobby likes Carole King. Piping Glock guy, what's going on? Dynasty uses them, so there's that. True. Because if Dynasty uses them, it's got to be good. Chaos says, Irk the Jerk needs to work on his attitude of gratitude towards Jake the Snake because Jake ain't fake. So don't hate if you're not a mod just because your middle name is Todd. But I don't think his middle name is Todd. It might be. How neat would that be? That'd be pretty neat. First Strike makes an aluminum tank that looks like a carbon. Yes, there are several companies who do that. And it's okay, because as soon as you touch it, you're like, yeah, that's a steel tank or aluminum, you know. People say steel, it's steel, aluminum. Immortal Air, I have high hopes for it, but that doesn't mean I'm trading my Ninja for it. Aerosmith says, Sizik, I do like, or Aerosmith says, Sizik. Sizik says, Aerosmith, I like Sizik. Aerosmith's a pretty decent band. I like him a lot. Barry is very, very eclectic, and she spelled that wrong. That too. It's not Todd, says Irk. Lol, says Old Soul. Piping Glugly, how's it going, bro? Popping in a little late, but better late than never. That is true. I'm doing quite well. Just got back from Mexico City late last night. Had a good 4 days. Spent a lot of pesos, and got some pesos here. Woohoo! Pesos everywhere. Whoa, there's my ceiling. Sizik, you have a trivia question to ask. Dynasty does use that tank, but they do use the Ninja Reg on the tank. I've heard that. I've not checked it out to give that any validity, but I assume that is correct. They use the First Strike tank and a Ninja Regulator because I've heard that from many, many people, multiple sources. So, yeah. So, now you know, Sizik, that I'm involved in this. I'm going to answer this. Okay, I'm not going to. Let's see. Glad to see the gun sale was legit and you got to go. Actually, I didn't sell the gun. Wait, Spencer Star. Wait for him to type in go. But you need to do it pretty soon, Sizik. The guy's PayPal, he said he sent it to me, but then I got a note saying that it could not be processed, and it was put on hold for like until October 24th or something. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to refund your money. He's like, okay. And then he's like, sent me an email. He's like, yeah, it's not going to be able to work because they have put a hold on his account for 30 days. So I was like, okay. So, yeah. So, Spencer Starr, you did disqualify yourself, but you were also wrong. So, wait, now, Sizik, is a virtual high five from you, right? Because I'm not giving out a high five for that. That too, says Spencer Starr, yes. Jason Cash, don't tell everybody, man. I like me some Biebs. Actually, I know the song. I don't know the song, but I know the name of the song, Baby. And honestly, not trying to be like, oh, I don't like Justin Bieber. I have never, ever, to my knowledge, heard a full song of his. I can't tell you the name of another song. If someone's like, hey, what about this song? I mean, I would not even be able to say, well, yeah, that sounds like that's familiar. Because, I mean, people are like, oh, you've heard it on the radio. Nope, because I don't listen to the radio in my car. I have Sirius satellite radio. I've had it for 9 years, and I paid $400, and I have a lifetime pass. Never have to pay the subscription. So $400, and I've had to, James Denver, man. Oh, James Denver. Irk, shut it. Don't tell anybody. So, yeah, I've got Sirius satellite radio, and I listen to stuff like Fish, Grateful Dead, James Taylor, James Denver. Don't knock the Denver. Yeah, well, when he got a country music award instead of Charlie Rich lit the envelope on fire. So, yeah. Little Super Troopers. It wasn't a direct quote. So anyway, excuse me. My throat is really hurting. I'm going to have to get off here. So I will talk to you guys pretty soon. Wait, one more trivia question. One more trivia question. And... all right, heads or tails? Everybody, that's what we'll do. Heads or tails? It's a penny. Heads or tails? I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to pick my phone up and I'm going to tilt it down so you can see. So everybody who is right gets 2 more entries. Use the peso? Okay, yeah. I'll use a peso. So this side has the eagle with the snake, and this side says it's 5 pesos. I'm not sure if you can, I'm going to do this. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to flip it and I'm going to pick the phone up, and yeah, so everybody who wins gets an extra 4. I'm going to give you 4 chances. There we go. Let's see what that is. I can't see what it is, so am I hitting it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So what is it? That is heads. That's the eagle and snake. So that's a heads. So I'm going to go back, and everybody who said heads, in fact, I got to do this so I can look at it, gets 4 more chances. And no, Mad Haxer, no count for you. No heads for you. But you get 4 more chances, everybody who said heads. Anybody have any questions real fast? I'm going to give a couple more minutes if I can. Anybody have any paintball-specific questions or anything? Because I like what it was, but I did say it earlier. I saw what it was, but I did. Okay, if you said it earlier, then you're good. Chris says, darn, well, congratulations to everyone who said heads. Matt Haxer said it after me. Oh, no, I didn't have to be the first person. Everybody. That's not a trivia question. That's just, there's not an answer. It's an irrational number. Because there's no even or no odd number can be prime, other than 1, which I don't even know if that's considered a 1 or a prime number, or I don't know the technical term, but it's like 3 doesn't have a number multiplied by itself that is 3. 5 doesn't, 7 doesn't, 9, 11, you just can't do it. Because if you multiply 2 odd numbers, which 3 and 3, wait, no, I'm stupid. Because 9 does. I don't even know what I was thinking. I'm good at math, too. That made me look like a complete idiot. But yeah, 9 does. 25. I mean, yeah, so I'm a moron. I really don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking, yeah. That was stupid. That's why I work at a paintball store. Yeah, but I knew it. I mean, I'm saying it. I don't understand. Maybe it was because I was in Mexico and I'm thinking about the metric system. Ask Google. Probably that one right there. But before I flipped it, I was like, hey, that's heads, and the one with a 5 is a tail. So that's probably the heads is a 5. But I'm counting it as that one. So scratching my head on that one, man. Anyway. Well, I was going to ask another trivia question. One more trivia question, because this was not trivia. What is... Get it from the magazine? I don't know where the magazines are. Tell you what. Here's a magazine. I don't have one. I don't have a magazine. What was the first, or what was the name of the event? No, because Old Soul will just get that one. And no offense, Old Soul, but I want somebody else to have a chance. It was going to be what was the tournament that was played at the baseball stadium used by the Toronto Blue Jays back in the 90s. See, you're going to know it. He's like, ha ha ha, because he thought that was funny. But yeah, I bet you he'll still be the first person to come back and say it. Okay. Nope, not Zap. That's a company. He can sit out this one. Yeah, he knows what it is, though. Yeah, he knows that one. Okay. Let me see. The final trivia question is going to be... Okay, this is from Sizik. Okay, Matt Haxer, this is not the trivia question, but, okay. This will be one of the trivia questions. If somebody besides Old Soul gets this, then that's going to be the final trivia question. It was played in Toronto, where the Toronto Blue Jays used to play, or do they still play there? I don't think they do. I think that's a former stadium. But it was a big event held in like 97, something like that, I think was the first one. But yeah, you're not good at sports. This is paintball. Paintball's a sport. Old Soul's buddy played in it, and I thought that I had heard you say something about that a few weeks ago. That's one of the reasons I was like, yeah, you're going to know it for sure. I'm just looking for something to ask a trivia question about. And has anybody gotten it? Nobody? God. If I said, what's Justin Bieber's new album, Eric would be like, this is it, this is it, this is it. He answered like 4 or 5 times. Anybody? Okay, Old Soul. Yes, it's a paintball. It was a paintball event. It's definitely a paintball event. Baby, 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 oh. I'm stumped. Like Zap event? No, Zap Open, yeah, it was in football stadium in Toronto. It was an event. Repeat the question. It was in a big, huge event. Jason Cowell, I'm sure you know, that was played in the Sky Dome in Toronto, where the Toronto Blue Jays played baseball. And it was a big event. Ding, ding, ding! Skyball. Skyball was the event. Isaac with a win. You get a virtual backhanded high five. And I'm trying to see what else I could ask about. Because I don't know a lot of paintball trivia, like who had the most kills for the Chicago NXL Cup, or who had the most snakeside Dorito eating munching times at the Huntington Beach Open. Okay, here's a Brad question. A question about Brad. If you watched his Thursday night episode, and wait until you see that I typed in go and hit send. Who did Brad have on as a guest this past Thursday? And what team did he play for? Or does he play for currently? And you don't have to spell it exactly right. See, Jason, you didn't wait. You didn't wait. So that answer stinks. Irk, yes. A paintballer and a paintball team. He did. That is true. That's okay, Jason. There we go. See, Isaac. Greg Sewers, LA Ironman. And Chris Coca is Greg Sewers from AC Dallas. But it is Ironman. And it formerly of Heat, Matt Haxer. But it's good to see that y'all all watched. So that was a good trivia question. Who's got planned, or who? What's up, CBS? You're catching us on the very tail end. That's not a problem, Jason. Not a problem. I'm not mad at you. I do that quite a bit. Who has predictions for World Cup? World Cup predictions. Who's going to win? That's next month. At the end of this month, early next month. So, yeah. While y'all are doing this, I'm coming up here. I'm just going to tell you, I'm looking to see who all got the heads and tails and stuff like that. So, there we go. So I said y'all were getting 4 each. And the first one, they're getting 3 each. So hopefully someone who is here will get that giveaway. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll be back Thursday. Unless anybody else is, that's worth at least 10 entries. What? Picking 8? Yeah, if you win, and you can screenshot your pick right here, win, and then after World Cup, remind me, say, hey, you said I'd get 10 entries for this. If you pick the winner, I'll give you 10 free entries. I might even give you more than that. So pick the winner right here, right now, screenshot it, save it, and then whenever it happens, we'll see. Wow, CBS just got back from helping people that had their homes burned down. I appreciate that, buddy. In fact, I know it's not much, but this is something I have right here. I'll get you a barrel sleeve. Hopefully I'll have it in my bag. In fact, there. It's right beside my bag. I'll put it in there next time I see you on the field. Free barrel sleeve on me. Just my way of saying thanks. If you guys don't know, California's under huge amounts of forest fires, like 20 miles away from here. And its smoke is for dozens and tens and hundreds and thousands and billions of miles. Probably exaggerating a little bit. But it's, I mean, you can get the smoke like 60, 80, 100 miles, literally. It's really bad. A lot of people lost their entire homes. Eric, who's in here, is Irk. His roommate, Kanan, both good buddies of mine. Kanan's parents, their house burnt down completely. Lost their entire house. Thank God they got a place to stay. They got a lot of their belongings out, or most of them. They're not dead, but like 10 people is the last I've heard have died, and hundreds are still missing. So it's a pretty big situation. So CBS Whisper, definitely appreciate that. If I could breathe, out there, I would be out there at least trying to help driving people, getting water and stuff like that. But we definitely appreciate that. Jason Cow's picking up the Tampa Bay damage if they have a chip on their shoulder. Let's see, Sizek, I remember when I won a giveaway with like 60 people and had one entry. Yeah, which one was that? You've won a couple, haven't you? Chris says, bye-bye, you sexy beast. Have a good one. Matt Haxer agrees with damage. Sizek, I just had 3 hurricanes. Yeah, that sucks too. But at least you know when that's coming. With the fires, it could be starting at 2 o'clock in the morning and you could be dead. Hurricanes, you're like, oh, in 2 weeks we'll have something. And I'm not at all diminishing a hurricane. I've been through a hurricane. It sucks. All the coasts are getting wrecked, says Matt Haxer. Yeah, take your pick this year, says Jason Cowell. Hurricanes, fires, earthquakes. Just waiting on I don't even want to say it. Don't even want to say it because it will happen. CBS managed to get 1,000 packs of food and water. Awesome. Okay, the beanie is what you want. That's right. Old Soul, Avalanche always one cup, don't they? Like the only event they would win all year. If they won something. Yes, UC Pesos. That was from Mexico City. 200 pesos right here. That's like 12 bucks, 13. I think, let's see, it's 17. Yeah, it's like $12 and something. Sizek says, it does suck. This is normally hurricane season here, but forest fires for y'all. Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I put a post on my Facebook page. My sister and I went to Mexico City and had a meal that was like 670 something pesos. So I put a post and it just said 670, and you had to read the fine print kind of. I was like, the most expensive meal ever, and people were on there, dude, that's not that expensive. Those are pesos. I was like, yeah, I know, I was there. So it was like $35, $36 for 2 people. Yeah, so it was pretty good. Piping Glock guy, that's what I like about being in the mountains of North Carolina. We have less chance of natural disaster, but thoughts and prayers are with you guys. Except hurricane, or you can get some tornadoes and thunderstorms that are some serious thunderstorms. Unless Aftershock beat them, says Jason Cowell of talking about Avalanche. Yes, they always knock them out. All right, well, CBS says you have a good night and hope all you guys are safe. And with that, I'm going to take off here. I'm going to go play some darts with my buddies and talk to Eric and Kanan, see how they're doing. So, see you guys on Thursday. Remember, once I get 900 likes, I'm giving something away.